Welcome back for a special from Two Guys Talking Football. We're going to preview each conference, each division within the conference, starting with the AFC East. We're going to bring these to you at least once a week. We'll maybe try to get a couple of them in there, try to get everything done before preseason starts. But like I said, we're going to start with the AFC East. And we'll start with the Bills. They brought in a martial arts expert to help out with the team. And what are your thoughts on that? Why do you think they did that?
You know, I mean, it makes sense. A lot of guys, they do, dance lessons, work on footwork. Martial arts is real popular right now. I know Jay Glazer's doing some stuff with Matt Leinart. It helps out a lot of things. Helps out defensive linemen get off the blocks. Helps offensive linemen keep hands on blocks.
Yep.
Same with running backs, same with linebackers, vice versa. It also helps with the receivers getting off the line and jam coverage.
Absolutely.
I really see it. It helps out with quickness. It helps out with hand speed. Helps out with just total reaction time. So I can see it. It makes a little bit of sense, and maybe some teams look at that, some teams don't. Does it make them division winners? In my book, no. They're probably the second best team in the division, I think. They've got pretty good running game. If Marshawn Lynch can keep his nose out of trouble.
Yep.
He's missing the first 2 games this year.
Yep.
Their first game,
Yep.
and decent offensive line. They lost Jason Peters. Didn't really, replenish that position at all. But we'll have to see where that comes from. Defense is good. I still like Trent Edwards. I think he's a good quarterback. I'd hope that with T.O. getting there, and then you still got Roscoe Parrish in the slot. So I mean, it's a viable offense. Defense is okay. It's not the best. It's probably might be the worst in the division, honestly, behind the Jets. Probably the Jets and the and the Dolphins, and then Patriots are down there too. They're old, but for some reason they just always show up.
Somehow they show up, even with people leaving. Also, another thing, they did pick up Dominic Rhodes.
It's true.
To go in the backfield there, so he'll help out definitely those first 2 games. He is another option out of the backfield through the air. He can do that. Did show that he could do that in Indianapolis. Him and Fred Jackson will be just fine back there the first couple of games, and Marshawn gets in there. If he does like he did 2 years ago, not like he did last year, the offense will be something to take care of. You're gonna have to change some schemes of defense to take care of those guys. So
they can definitely go through receivers and run the ball, which is hard for defenses to even plan for. Let alone they got to put double coverage on T.O. You got Lee Evans out there and Parrish in the slot. So it's gonna be a good offense. Like I said, they're probably the second best team in the division. Leads us into the Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins is next. Biggest thing out of there right now for the preview is Pat White coming in and them running this the offense that they're calling the Wild Pat. What do you think that's going to do for them this year?
If there was ever a quarterback to run the Wildcat, it's Pat White. He made it famous at West Virginia. But the guy runs 5'4" or 4'5". You can get away with that in the Big East. You can get away with that in college football. You can't get away with it in the NFL.
No, not at all.
Defensive tackles run 4'5" in the NFL. So we'll see. You still got Ronnie Brown. You still got Ricky Williams, who even despite his age, really doesn't have that much awareness on the tires as a lot of running backs his age because he took so much time off and some injuries here and there, suspensions and broken legs and arms. You name it, pot smoking. Who knows what else is going on with him?
Dislocated
shoulders. I do like Bill Parcells. He's unbelievable front office guy. So he's going to have a team and their attitude right. Jason Taylor comes back.
Yep. They had a few guys too. Yeah. They had Jabril Wilson.
Good safety.
Yes, very good safety. Yeah. So he's going to add some depth to that the defensive backfield. Which every game that I watched last year, that is exactly where they were hurting. They could stop the run pretty decent, but once you tried to go the deep ball or the fade route or that post, they were done. They were toast. So hopefully he'll help out in that.
So the Dolphins, that being said, they get a good team. I don't think the Wildcats going to be as good as what it was.
No, it's a gimmick.
It's a gimmicky thing. The defense coordinator's going to spend the majority of the offseason. They probably already have, especially in this division. I guarantee the Bills, the Pats, and the Jets have looked at this offense already and dissected it. Especially the Pats because it killed them in 2 games last year. And they absolutely ran. Over 300 yards rushing in the first game, just ran it down the Patriots' throat.
The Ravens stopped it, and what they did just added another person in the box and blitzed the heck out of it. That's all you got to do. The only wrinkle out of that will help with the Dolphins is Pat White can throw.
Yeah, he's going to be. He can throw the ball.
He can throw the ball. It's Michael Vick type arm. It's not the best arm, it's not the most accurate, but it's a whole lot better than having a running back there throwing it. I don't care if he ever was a quarterback or what. But he is a quarterback, and he can make the pass come out of that. That's about the only thing that can come out of that.
But sorry. I was just gonna say I still don't think it's gonna work though.
It's like I said, it's a gimmick. It's the option offense, and that's the reason that the pros don't run it. It's a college game, so.
Yeah, that's why the Dolphins. I see them probably third place in this division.
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, just below the Bills, will have a nice fight, but I think the Bills will probably be a game or maybe even 2 games better than the Dolphins this year.